good day to be Indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hitting cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. We discuss local and national Native news and events, and as you know, Chujunk, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Yes, you are right, Dega. This segment of Native Roots Radio is presented in partnership with Little Moments Count, which is a statewide collaborative focused on helping parents and caregivers learn about the importance of brain development in the first 3 years of life.
You know, Haley, here at Native Roots Radio, we're always excited to partner with Little Moments Count to host a conversation focused on early childhood development, and we bring guests on once a month to talk about that, and we have a couple awesome guests on today, and I just want to give a big shout out to Beth Dodds and Ashley Bunker. Welcome to Native Roots Radio.
Ooh, thank you for having us, Robert. We're excited to be here. Miigwech.
Right on. Ashley, are you excited to be here?
I am. Thank you for having us.
All right. It's unanimous, and Haley and I are pretty happy to be here, too. But we really wouldn't be a radio show without great content. And you guys and Little Moments Count has people come on that are always really, really good in content and keeping things moving here. I want to ask a couple questions. And, Beth, do you mind if I ask you first, so what is the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative? And I know that's a mouthful for a person like me.
We like to abbreviate it by saying IPLI, the acronym for Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative. So that might make it easier. So IPLI is a 23-week journey that integrates child development, leadership, democracy skills, and Ojibwe culture into a curriculum to empower the parent voice and promote positive outcomes for children.
Yeah,
we're currently in the White Earth Nation, and we feature two curriculums, the Parent Leadership Institute curriculum and the Indigenous Foundation's curriculum, which was created by Dr. Anton Troyer and elders from White Earth and Red Lake Nations. One of the big main components of the initiative is that each participant throughout the 23-week journey implements a community project to benefit children and families within the White Earth tribal community. And they all look a little bit different, these community projects. Some are doing recovery groups. Some have leaned into culture and are helping children receive their Anishinaabe names. And then others are serving on the federal SNAP advisory board for the feds. So from one end of the spectrum to the other. But we're really proud of our participants. And Ashley is one of our graduates, one of our 2023 graduates.
That's awesome. You know, Beth and Ashley, it's always exciting to see graduates from a program that really dig deep for our children. And, you know, there's an old saying, you can give it away and pass it on, and everyone gives it away. And so it's really exciting to have you on, Ashley, and talk about, you know, some of the things, you know, what you as a parent, you know, how is this empowerment and what has this meant to you?
So the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative really helped me realize with their leadership, my lived experience adds value to positive change. not only for my community, but for my household, that will inspire families and also our children to use their voice in a good way.
Yeah, that's really important. And I know we were talking earlier that you went on a trip to DC. Tell us a little bit about that, and tell us what you came away with.
Yes, so I was invited as a panelist to a congressional briefing where I shared my own lived experience in poverty and the child welfare system. I had discussed various obstacles that we encountered while living in poverty and how it affects the removal of our children. So that was a pretty good experience overall, and got to also meet other individuals that share the same experiences.
That's really exciting to be able to give this program to our parents. Tell us a little bit more, and how and who participates in this, Beth.
Our participants are White Earth participants. Their grandparents, their aunties, their uncles, their parents, their caregivers, anybody that's wanting to help make positive change for children and families. So far, we have graduated 21 individuals in cohorts 1 and 2. We've impacted, listen to this number, of those 21 individuals, we also impacted their 73 children.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the ripple effect is great.
That's amazing. Ashley, tell us a little bit how it's affected you. I know you're going to Washington, D.C., and your family and your children and your whole community. Tell us a little bit about how you feel like it's really connected with you. Because from an outsider like me, when we talk to Beth and hear about young ones like you stepping up for families, it makes our hearts soar here.
Mm-hmm. So the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative, helped me grow, not only professionally, but personally. It really give me the encourage to continue to show up not only, within my household, but within my professional growth, and just continue to start them meaningful conversations that we would, to help change, to help change some of the things that we see here in our communities. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
I'd like to add on to Ashley's. Parents are often the last people to be brought to the table when decisions about children and families are being made. And the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative is equipping these parents to sit at those tables with people in positions of authority and share their Indigenous voice to help change these systems and policies that are happening at local, state, and federal levels. They're the ones that are changing the systems. Ashley's trip to DC on behalf of the American Public Human Services Association, she helped lend her voice to changing child welfare systems.
Yeah, and that's exciting, and we're going to take a break here real quick, but Beth and Ashley, what's really exciting is that if you're not at the table making decisions for our people, we served at the table, so it's really exciting to hear that you're out in D.C. and Beth, you're mentoring these people. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. This is Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and we'll be right back.
If the statistics say that 1 in 3 Native women and 1 in 6 Native men have experienced sexual assault in their lifetime, it means our whole community is affected by sexual violence. 1 is too many. Don't stand by, stand up. Don't engage in acts of sexual violence, and shut down the dirty jokes, the gossip, the victim blaming and shaming. As a community, we can change the way we respond. Contact the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition to attend a workshop to learn more.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
No one should have to choose between a paycheck and their health. Whether it's for a new baby, an unexpected illness, or an aging parent, Minnesotans deserve time to care for themselves and their families. That's why Minnesota Democrats are fighting for all working people to have paid family and medical leave. The time is now. Contact your legislator and tell them to pass paid family and medical leave for Minnesota. Learn more at paidleavemn.org. That's paidleavemn.org. Paid for by the Minnesota AFL-CIO.
Hi, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. If you need new windows for your home or business, I highly recommend 952 Windows. They offer windows and doors with the longest warranties and Energy Star's #1 most efficient ratings. I can personally vouch for them, having known the owner for decades. They did a fantastic job on our second floor addition 20 years ago, installing windows, roofing, siding, and even adding a master bedroom and bathroom. 952 Windows is part of Loyal Home, founded by some of the Ethics Award-winning former Window Light employees. In my opinion, they're one of the most best-kept secrets in remodeling. As Onyx Bath and Rosebud cabinet dealers, 952 Windows guarantees top-quality products. Most of their business comes from referrals, so much so that they have been called the best-kept secret in remodeling by their competitors. For unbeatable deals and trusted service on windows, doors, roofing, siding, kitchens, bathrooms, and more, call 952 Windows or visit 952windows.com.
Anine, I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This segment of Native Roots Radio is presented in partnership with Little Moments Count. Nearly 80% of brain growth happens in the first 1,000 days, and small moments of interaction like talking, playing, reading, and singing can help create those pathways that build a child's brain during this early stage of life. For more information, you can visit littlemomentscount.org.
Hey, we're here with Beth Dodds and Ashley Bunker, and Ashley is a 2023 graduate of the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative in White Earth, and we're excited to talk about not only with Ashley the growth, but this awesome program. And Beth, do you have any thoughts to finish off? I know we kind of cut you off there with the commercial coming up, but how exciting to see somebody like Ashley affect her community like she has.
Oh, wow. It's been wonderful to see Ashley grow and on this journey of healing. And I feel like the proud auntie. She came into the very first class and was nervous and spoke about her journey through life and the challenges that she experienced, and wanted to do better and be better and feel better. And I have watched her do just that.
That is exciting. Ashley, you must feel like your buttons are bursting too with pride and self-esteem and all those things that come with being a doer. Tell us how you feel and how this program's really, again, affected you and your whole family and your community.
Yes. So, the IPLI, Indigenous Parent Leadership, has this really give me the confidence to keep going and to strive to do better than I did yesterday. And just knowing that, that having, the leadership that the initiative presents, the women that are there really uplifting you and encouraging you, and just knowing that they're really rooting for you, makes you want to continue to go forward. So the opportunity is amazing, and I just want our community to continue to experience this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of our members join the initiative and learn some life skills.
Beth, that's awesome news. Can you tell us about the next? We talked about the first two cohorts. Can you talk to us a little bit about the cohort 3, which is coming up, and what you're adding and what you've learned in the other two cohorts?
Sure. Well, for cohort 3, we're building IPLI's capacity and our multi-generational approach by expanding our group of certified facilitators from 4 to 7, adding in 3 more people, and adding the Children's Leadership Training Institute component, which is connected to the Parent Leadership Training Institute. We are calling it the Indigenous Children's Leadership Initiative, ICLI. And that's going to offer children ages 3 to 12 a parallel course. At the same time, their parents are in the other room. So the model is going to follow the IPLI class format. The children are going to be receiving Indigenous children's literature weekly, and they're going to bring them home and build a family library over the 23 weeks.
Well, Beth and Ashley, that's exciting for a couple reasons, and Ashley, maybe you can help me out a little bit with this. That now the young ones and the parents and the people supporting the young ones are speaking the same language now.
Yes, it's going to be really exciting to see the children discover their leadership skills, and to be able to just stand along with the parents and to continue to be their leadership in their own right, in their own way. And we see that we see children doing that today, but just letting them know that they have those unique skills already, and just to see them flourish along with the parents and also in their community.
Yeah, and we all know, Ashley, that our young ones have, if they're not saying it, they're thinking it, and it's good to hear that they're going to have the availability to speak the same language and talk about and learn the same things that the parents and the guardians and the people in their life are.
Mm-hmm. And as a way to bring Ojibwe culture into the classroom for the kids, we are going to be using Indigibox, which is another offering that we do along with Barb Faber. And Indigibox is culture in the classroom. It is a box that comes out 4 times a year following the seasons. It supports early childhood, childcare, Head Start, preschool, and elementary teachers. And it is bringing into the classroom the knowledge of customs through a series of lessons and activities that are based on Ojibwe cultural values.
Yeah, we love Barb, and we have had Barb Faber on many times, and I swear to God, Haley and I are always talking about the Indigenous box and how that could be really a national thing for new enrollees, for people. I could use one for Ho-Chunk. Ho-wa.
Ho-wa. Yeah, Barb is our CEO at All Nations Rise, who houses the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative. And it was through Barb that this was brought to White Earth. She saw it in action back in 2016, 2017 at a Children's Defense Fund conference. And she said, I need to bring this to White Earth. How do I do this? Mm-hmm. And that's where she was proactive and reached out to Dr. Troyer and got the curriculum built, and we're bringing it in through a cultural lens.
That's exciting. I have a question too that Beth, maybe you'll be able to answer me. But how is these cohorts funded, and who helps support these, and how can our listeners help?
Yeah. Well, IPLI got its start with the help from the first Minnesota Department of Health's Community Solution Grant. And that was in 2021. And that helped fund Cohort 1 and 2, along with the Northwest Minnesota Foundation. And when that funding ended, we regrouped and we got boots on the ground and started showcasing and reaching to anybody who would love to hear about us, and including you guys. So thank you so much for having us on previously, because you've helped us with that outreach. And so we reached out to philanthropic organizations. We were breakout session presenters at the first Indigenous Home Visitors annual conference. We were panelists at the Early Childhood Funders Collaborative Conference. Our graduates were out there putting their skills to work in Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, and Long Beach, California. And we're happy to announce that year of Boots on the Ground, we're happy to announce that we are funded now for Cohorts 3 and 4, and partial funding for Cohort 5 through the Community Solutions Grant Fund, again, through the state of Minnesota Department of Health. We are also very thankful for the Blandin Foundation's Small Communities and Rural Placemaking Grant. We were just awarded. And then the West Central Initiative, through a partnership with the Otto Brummer Trust and its Community Responsive Fund. We just got word this week. So we are funded and ready to go.
That's awesome. I wish I had my applause button here. I'm on my laptop, and I don't have it with me, but that needs to be really applauded. Great work. I have a quick question, too. We have talked over the periods of a couple of years about the alumni coming back and helping. Who funds the alumni program?
So we recognized right away that our graduates, we form a community, we form a family over the 23-week journey. And we recognized early on that after graduating, we still needed each other. All of us did. And so we formed the alumni program. And through those outreach efforts in the past year, it was actually at the Early Childhood Funders Collaborative Conference, which Ashley accompanied me to, and we met Hannah McIntyre from the Annie E. Casey Foundation. And that journey led us to the Annie E. Casey Foundation providing financial support now to the alumni program. And Annie E. Casey is part of the Casey Philanthropies, for those that don't know, which is Annie E. Casey Foundation, the Casey Family Programs, the Marguerite Casey Foundation, and they really focus on strengthening families and building stronger communities. And we fit right in with their mission. So we're are we grateful.
Well, hey, that's we're going to wrap this up in the next segment, and we're going to take a quick break. So excited to be here with Beth Dodds and Ashley Bunker talking about really great things for the community. Haley, we're really always excited to have Little Moments count on.
Oh, amazing. Amazing guests.
We'll be right back.
Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This segment of Native Roots Radio is presented in partnership with Little Moments Count. You can learn more at littlemomentscount.org.
Hey, we're here with Beth Dodds and Ashley Bunker, and I just want to say, Beth Dodds is the program manager for Indigenous Partner Leadership Initiative at the nonprofit, and Ashley is a 2023 graduate of the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative and is a White Earth tribal member. Ashley, I know we're wrapping this up here. Talk to us a little bit about, or just tell us something you'd like people to know out there before we let you guys go. And you have the floor, Ashley. Tell us how this has changed your life.
So when I got into the Parent Leadership Initiative, my project was to implement Aaron's Law into our schools. And what Aaron's Law is, that it's a public, that Aaron's Law is required that all public schools in each state to implement prevention of child sexual abuse programs. And so with this, I hope that implementing this into Monoman School and also local schools in my area, to just help educate our students and our teachers, and to so by doing this, I got on the agenda for the Monoman School Board in August to present the PowerPoint for Aaron's Law. So I am hoping to see this in Monoman School District of this coming year.
That's really exciting, and that's game-changing, Ashley. Can you tell our listening audience, because we have people all over Turtle Island listening, a little bit about what Aaron's Law is? Okay, so Aaron's Law is a prevention of child sexual abuse program, and it is a Minnesota statute as of 2023. And so this will give the tools and the knowledge to our students to use their voice and to report any misconduct that may be happening. And we were just recently in contact with Erin, and she's actually working on a curriculum that's going to be free to all the schools in Minnesota, to implement that into our schools pre-K through 12. Again, Ashley, that's unbelievable, because what we were talking about, cohort 3, and how the young ones are going to have a voice and learn and have the same verbiage as their parents and helpers. I believe that's really just a natural progression, and to be able to have our young ones be able to talk if there's anything wrong. So really, really big kudos to you and the program, Ashley. And your initiative. Cool. Hey, Beth, I want to have you talk about anything you'd like before we let you go about the programs and how we can support and what you're looking for and how we can help you.
Sure. I also want to mention that Ashley has a new role with the Indigenous Parent Leadership Initiative. And as of yesterday, she was selected, after she applied, to become a facilitator. So Ashley is going to turn around and help her neighbors, her relatives, to come through the program with her.
That's awesome, Ashley. And, again, I don't have my applause button, but that's beautiful. And again, we talked about it earlier, how you have to give it away to keep it sometimes in order to keep it. So that's really good on you and good on the program. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I'm really excited for this opportunity. I will be attending a training in Connecticut in August to learn how to facilitate the Parent Leadership Training Institute curriculum. So, and then after this training, I'll be certified. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
Wow, that's great. So before we let you guys go, Beth, do you have any other new news that you can share with us? That was like a day old. We appreciate that. That was
you guys are the first to know. We haven't even made a post on Facebook yet.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I would just like to say, to all of the listeners out there, how do you make change? And I believe it starts with yourself. How do we help children? We help the parents. So by helping the parents become self-aware and learn who they are, it helps them make positive changes. It all starts, I've had a healing journey, and all of my seeking and searching and healing modalities that I've learned, it's all brought me back to the same place. All led me back to myself. When you become self-aware, that's when the magic happens. That's when the change can happen. And I believe everyone has the power and ability to make positive change for themselves, whether that's physical, emotional, spiritual. It can be big, it can be little. Those little ones add up. And the Indigenous Parent Leadership is designed for our participants to do that work. And then we watch the magic happen.
Wow, Beth and Ashley, I just want to say this has been a really awesome show, and I really appreciate you two coming on. Wow, some great medicine, Haley.
Always. It's, we get always great guests from Little Moments Count. But for some reason we get really great spectacular ones that come from All Nations Rise and Indigenous Visioning. So just the way that you guys present yourself on our platform, let alone tells me what a great program this is and what a good thing you guys have going on. So congrats and keep up the great work. And we're always going to be here to support you.
Miigwech, we appreciate it.
Congratulations on this great program, and thank you so much, Ashley and Beth. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Wow,
that was awesome.
That's just beautiful. Haley, I don't know. It's you feel like you have to give it away to keep it. The support. The young ones, this is just all good medicine, really.
Yeah.
And I love amplifying their work. It's stellar.
It's really great, too, to amplify, not only what's going on in our urban communities, but the amazing work and the impacts that our tribal and rural and reservation communities have all across the state, too. I mean, this is one of the only programs that I've heard come out of one of our tribal communities, like this one's out, White Earth. Mm-hmm. And, it's free and it's a great resource for parents and all caregivers. If you're not a mom or a dad or a direct parent, or you're an auntie or your aunt or you're an uncle or a grandma or grandpa, this is a resource for everybody. So it's all tools and skills that everyone could use, and only helps us become stronger and more resilient and proactive people in the end.
Well, I don't know if you saw this, and I'm kind of changing the subject a little bit, Haley, but I just crossed my phone. Looks like President Biden has COVID. And,
wow, I did not see that.
No, it just came up a minute or so ago, and so we have our prayers out for our president, and hope he has a good recovery.
Yeah, a quick one too. Mm-hmm. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, so you are in Red Lake. I know we have a couple minutes here before our last segment of the day. Red Lake, I mean, we were just at their powwow, their Independence Day powwow on July 6th, and I saw something come across. They're going to be having another big powwow August 9th, 10th, and 11th. This is their Red Lake Nation Fair and powwow.
Yeah, and you know what else they're having too, and I want to bring this up and good ups on that, but they're having, Native Care, which is their cannabis operation up there.
Yeah.
Do you remember that comedian that was drinking Pepsi and lip syncing, the Native comedian that was lip syncing on TikTok?
Maybe.
He was lip syncing something from Stevie Nicks, a song from Stevie Nicks. So it blew up.
The guy that was singing Dreams on the skateboard.
Yeah, Dogface is his name, and They're having a first anniversary party and live music, games, prizes. And also, they offered us, it's from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a 21 plus event, and it's August 3rd. And we could go up there and table, they said, for free. So always throwing that out to you, Haley.
Well, we might be up there for both weekends, consecutive weekends in a row. I'm down for that. I don't know if Red Lake's ready for us, but
I know how to get there now.
There you go. That'll be fun. Yeah, Native Care is a adult use recreational cannabis program that Red Lake Nation has opened up. It's the first in the state, I believe. And gosh, they've been busy. They've been out in the parade for the Independence Weekend and giving away some really good coupons. So I would, be curious to see if they're handing stuff like that out. Definitely worth the drive up there.
Yeah, check it out. Well, hey, we're gonna give us a little preview of the next segment, Haley. You'll be doing that on your own as I'm speeding in a good way home.
Yes, I will be talking about Res Dogs and a couple of the Emmy nominees and a couple of local Twin Cities Native events going on the rest of the week and this weekend.
Well, I don't do this enough on live air, but a big Peenagigi Haley for all you do and how you keep things straight here on Native Roots Radio. I've been blessed with 3 excellent producers over the years, and you are definitely one of them that I put that in there.
Oh, thank you, Dag. I appreciate it. I got a good teacher.
Oh, that was Zoe and Ogama, right?
All 3.
Yeah, there you go. All 2. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. We'll be back after this short break. Stay with us. Ho-wah.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis Air. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis Air dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis Air on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Attention transit customers. On Saturday, June 15th, Metro Transit will make changes to transit service within your community. As we do each quarter, we review our resources and ridership trends. These service changes continue our ongoing work to best serve customers throughout our system with our given resources. A summary of the upcoming service changes and a preview of the updated schedules are available now at metrotransit.org. Again, that's at metrotransit.org.
Hi, I'm Chuck Manette, owner of Native Concrete and Masonry. With concrete and masonry adding substantial value to your home, it's always a great idea to repair your sidewalks or just add a beautiful new patio. Cracks or heaving in your sidewalks due to tree roots can be dangerous. Native Concrete and Masonry has helped clients across the metro to make their outdoor space safer and helped increase the value to their homes. For patios, sidewalks, driveways, or garage slabs, go to nativeconcretemasonry.com.
Join the community spirit at Four Sisters Farmers Market, a seasonal hub for cultural placemaking, food access, and Indigenous values. Four Sisters Farmers Market has always emphasized their commitment to the community and inclusivity, accepting SNAP and EBT benefits. Stop by and get affordable, healthy, and culturally appropriate local food. Four Sisters Farmers Market is open Thursdays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off of Franklin Avenue in Minneapolis. Discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market on their social media accounts.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by Howling for Wolves, protecting wolves for future generations. How? Hey everyone, it's producer Haley Cherry here with you for this last segment. Thank you for listening to today's show. We really, really appreciate it. We hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I feel like I usually don't get to introduce myself in a good way, but I'm, again, Haley Cherry. I am a descendant from the Ho-Chunk Nation in the state of Wisconsin and the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, and I come from the Eagle Clan, also known as the Chaushep in our language. And it's, I've been on the show for the past little over a year now. And I just, want to say a big pinky thank you to my Dega, my uncle Robert Pilot, for allowing me to share this creative platform with you all. And I've just learned so much. I want to start out by saying tomorrow is Thursday. So if you're an average or if you're a normal listener to the show, you know that we always got to plug the NACD, Native American Community Development Institute's Four Sisters Farmers Market that happens every Thursday from the months of June through October. And this happens at NACD and the Powwow Grounds in Minneapolis. The address is 1414 East Franklin Avenue. The market hours go from 11 to 3 p.m. And it's really just the place to be if you're in Minneapolis and you've never really spent a lot of time on the American Indian Cultural Corridor, as they call it, which is known as East Franklin Avenue and kind of the southeastern neighborhoods in Minneapolis. It's a vibrant and lively place to be. They've got Powwow Grounds, which is, again, the parking lot. That's where the Four Sisters Farmers Market is held, just right outside of NACD's building as well. And you could come and get some of your fry bread tacos from Powwow Grounds' new fry bread factory. That one's hard for me to say. It's kind of a tongue twister, but it's amazing. They have, it's always a controversy here in Indian country to say who makes the best fry bread. But I have to say, Bob Rice, the owner of Powwow Grounds, makes a pretty mean fry bread. So if you're able to come on over to the Four Sisters Farmers Market tomorrow to get some of those fresh grown veggies and check out all of the local native artists and the vendors that make really beautiful things around here. I want to start out by talking about Res Dogs real quick. This is something we like to cover in some of our segments, includes media and just news and what's going on with Native entertainment. We talk about Res Dogs quite a bit, which is a TV show that had a few seasons. I believe, was that on Hulu? I can't really remember right now, but it was a phenomenal show. It had a great run. It was, all Native directed, casted, produced. They actually just got nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series at this year's 76 Emmy Awards. Let's see. So this is coming from Indigenous TV. Breaking news, Reservation Dogs nominated Best Comedy Series at 76 Emmy Awards and avoids a snub this year. So let's go, or as we say, Skoden. They say, quote, after fan demand and a strong campaign, Res Dogs FX, which is their Instagram handle, has avoided their arguably third consecutive snub. Okay, wow, I didn't know that. This marks a significant milestone for Indigenous representation in front and behind the camera, being recognized as a nominee for the Academy's highest honor. So big congrats to Res Dogs. Indigenous.tv on Instagram is a really great platform for all of those, all of our Native representation in film and in television. What else is going on with Res Dogs? I know that history was also made with Lily Gladstone and Callie. So these two are just really remarkable actors and very talented. Both of them are the first Indigenous women to be nominated for acting Emmys, which is amazing. And also, a bit astonishing that it's the first time, but this is awesome and we'll take it. And congrats to Lily and Callie for that. Going back to Res Dogs, their Emmy nominations, again, are Best Comedy Series. And then the main actor, Depero Wunate, is nominated for Best Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. Reservation Dogs is also nominated for Best Picture Editing for a Single Camera Comedy Series. That is really cool. That's really, really actually a hard way to shoot. I took a few film classes back at my time at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and a lot of the classes for video production we shot with the 3-camera angle. So shooting with one is quite difficult, I can imagine. But that's really amazing. So not only are they Reservation Dogs taking home nominated for just one thing, but multiple. So that's awesome. I also want to go to announce one of our great sponsors, Native American Community Clinic here in Minneapolis, again on Franklin Avenue. They will be starting Saturday medical walk-ins starting in August of 2024. These walk-ins are available from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I guess they're saying doors will be locked at 1 p.m. So please arrive prior to the 1 p.m. close time if you want to take advantage of these Saturday walk-in clinics at Native American Community Clinic. And that'll be starting August 3rd. So that's really amazing, a really great resource for all of our community members. Moving on to a couple other things going on locally in the Twin Cities this weekend. July 19th, so this Friday, Red Lake Nation College, their new college campus in Minneapolis, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. It's right by the U.S. Bank Stadium, if you are able to drive by and check it out. They will be hosting another open house on Friday from 9 to 3 p.m., and you can register for the fall semester and get all of the help and your questions answered right then and there. And they'll also be doing door prize drawings and refreshments. So take advantage of that. If you're looking to go back to school, Red Lake Nation Tribal College's Minneapolis campus is a 2-year degree program. So it's associate's degrees, but they are looking to expand to those 4-year degrees in the future, which is another really great opportunity. And we talk a lot about, as Native people, sometimes spaces aren't, really reflective of who we are and kind of like our values and beliefs. And Red Lake Nations College is just kind of includes everything about the culture and who we are as people and really opens up a space for us to be ourselves. So thank you, Red Lake, for that. We really appreciate all of the really great work that you've done for our communities. And this weekend, this is something else that's going on. American Indian Family Center is hosting Let's Play Lacrosse. This is this is today. Okay, but it's also tomorrow. So from July 17th to 18th, from 12 to 4 p.m. at the Bellwyn Conservancy in Afton, Minnesota, you can join Jerry Morgan, who is Leech Lake Ojibwe, for a 2-day youth camp. So if you missed it today, you can head on over there tomorrow. It's all about learning the creator's game of lacrosse, and Jerry will share teachings and stories, lead the youth in some drills, and play a game. It's open to youth ages 5 through 17, kids grades K through 12, and their families are welcome to join. And there will also be an optional youth sweat following day 2. So that would be tomorrow, Thursday, the 18th. If you have been, listening to the show, you're part of our resistance, and we greatly, greatly appreciate that. We need to resist, divest, join a group, run for office, vote, and free Leonard Peltier. We will be back tomorrow with Robert Lilligren.